right, this is a bad man right here, and I'm blowing him up for a reason. Watch what he does to the tackle, Jones. He takes a piece of the running back, then throws Jones out the club.
In the zone reads, and one of them is just attack the quarterback.
Well, they brought Spillane, 41 on the blitz, so that creates the one-on-one opportunity for Coons, who, by the way, has just been
a really good job. I've said that Darisaw has held him in check, and for the most part, he has.
Trade and blows, but watch him beat the seal block inside by Cole Kmet, number 85. Cole's got to pin him down.
They want to exploit Osiris Torrance. He's a good young player, but I don't care how long you're playing in this league. One-on-one is an...
Trust Slater to be able to win. Malcolm Kuntz is a good player, but you got to win that matchup, and you lose there on third.
Great job with the hands right there. Slap the hands down.
And take a look. Williams goes right through the middle, and he's going to get there when you have to take that second and third hitch.
But Montez Sweat is having himself a day.
He's going to start upfield and get inside, and then you're going to see Jerome Ford miss on the chip right there. He chips his own guy.
The tackle, Charles Cross, he's pulling.
And he's such a handful, no matter whether you run at him.
Definitely surprises me, but I like the confidence. Put the ball in your quarterback's hands. Let's try to put it down the field.
In the backfield. There you go, tight end on Calais Campbell.
Standing up and celebrating, but he is getting better and better. And Mike, you'll remember in the draft, they didn't think he would.
Well, you know, watch just this quickness at 300 and whatever, 35 pounds, to be able to move like that inside and to have.
And watch him at the top and watch the effort. Recognition of a screen, balls out, and look at his eyes, and then look at the closing speed. Never takes a play off.
Here is Derek Brown right here. Watch the power as he takes, I mean, just unreal. Kyle Hinton takes him in.
And Mike Caldwell told me, he said, we go as a defense as Josh Allen.
Well, he's just going to be running a game right here inside with his buddy Walker, and they're trying to pass that off on the right side.
What about Trayvon Walker? First overall pick, right? Maybe we shouldn't have taken him. I don't know. Is he that good? Well, tonight, check this out. There's his sack, 6th of the year so far for him. He has just been relentless. The word now in the NFL is you got to strain. He has been straining all night long and moving these tackles.
Super hard to block. Just working right there.
10 feet. Watch him. Look at him.
Rejected.
He's one of the guys that they have to have step up coming from the other side. Number 90, just going to continue to work. Gets inside Trey Smith right there. And
watch at the top. Right there. It allows Sealer to come scot-free. And then
Ebukam. And DeForest Buckner jumping over the pile to keep him out.
And not that you want that, but if you're the Lions, you're completely content with that because
that's partners working together, bringing both the middle linebackers, occupy that left guard, frees up Kendricks.
First sack of the game for either team, and this will force a punt.
Yeah, we haven't seen much pressure really on either quarterback, and finally
and this is just a great rush by the group. Everybody stays in the rush lane. Watch the pocket just start to collapse and squeeze around Bailey Zappi. And he's got to move, and he's moving.
This is just going to be a potential fumble. But there's Sweat, number 98. Working on Hudson, number 66.
Well, Joe tried to flip that ball.
I think they're going to call it a fumble.
Again, I think all the attention's on the other side with Max Crosby, but instead it's the effort of Kuntz. It's the effort of not giving up on that play, and he comes up with that big sack. You could see that Stick tries to avoid Crosby and doesn't even see Kuntz, who comes all the way around to knock that ball loose. And how about the big fella, Jenkins?
Watch him right through. Getting skinny, we used to call that present a narrow silhouette to the guy.
How do we not hire this guy to be the head coach of the Rams? So if Gerard Mayo is the guy, then hire him.
Well, we just talked about Gabe Jackson. Now he gets beat on the edge, and you could see Graham. You know, one thing you want to be able to do when you're a pass rusher is don't sack the quarterback as much as you want to sack the ball.
And Zach thinks he's going to get the corner route up top, and that all of a sudden gives time.
And it's just a simple game. They send the D tackle outside, and Van Ness comes inside.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he just barely caught his arm.
Sealer, Wilkins, Van Ginkel, team effort. But today, Bradley Chubb has really shown up.
Right around the ball.
He's going to try and raise up, but that ball is well out before there's any forward motion at all with his arm.
Farm that they're going to hand that ball off and keep controlling this.
Watch the violence that Malik Collins plays with. Look at how he just clubs, just violently clubs Skoronski, number 77. Just swats him out of the way. And
him and Lucas Patrick, one-on-one. You see on the road when the center has to look through his legs to get that snap off instead of having the guard
maintain possession.
See, the thing about this San Francisco team that maybe they don't get enough credit is the effort they play with all the time through. It doesn't matter if it's offense, defense.
Get away with it. Good man-to-man coverage on the back end.
Battling a back issue all year, and he blew that play up. Celebrated his 30th birthday yesterday and took down Bijan Robinson today.
Really nice play on the edge, avoiding the block and getting into that backfield.
yeah, but just that doesn't change the fact that Denzel Perryman and Desmond King are.
But it wasn't a name we mentioned a lot in the first half. It's going to be important for him to step up here in the second half and get involved in this run game just like he did there.
Half on the season, it's a loss of 7.
And you notice at the end of the play went back and congratulated everyone who helped him get there, meaning the guys inside pushed the pocket so he had a chance in the play. Watch number 90. See him running right to it? He didn't continue on a path to the quarterback.
In his first year with Kansas City.
Yeah, Charles Omenihu who's going to come from the right. There's number 90. And then watch Drew Tranquill. As soon as he sees it breaking down, he comes.
Watch this. This is an outstanding play by him. He's going to go up and under. And he gets Becton, and that's a second play.
Watch the stunt, Floyd and Phillips. Just causes all sorts.
It's a loss of 5.
Saw one earlier where George just didn't possess it, and that's the problem. That's on the running back. That's on James Conner. He doesn't create a pop.
Well, right here, you got to get some help from your left tackle and Kareem Hunt to stay on his side. Oh, man.
Corner out, and then Tyrell Dotson, he just adds on once Dowdle. They call it a green dog. So
Bobby Brown, he's in his 3rd year, but he's only 23 years old. He started when he was 20 years old. They went motion with Kupp and then motion with Higbee. Stafford looks and it's not there. That's a pretty dangerous little shovel pass. It's 27%. Watch him right there. Nice little move. They bring him on a linebacker blitz. And just a nice play in defense.
Watch how the front 4 rush, but they rush with a lot of patience. They're going to vice him in. Watch, no one's picking a side. Keep Dak in the pocket. Rousseau just does a little inside move on Terrence Steele, and those are the negative plays.
3 straight times. You get down here again and you throw it 3 straight times and you don't get in the end zone. I think Sean McVay is going to be questioning.
Spiro, how good is Danico Autry? This is his 11th sack of the season. Incredible. And you see Keenan hesitate. He wants to go to Schultz. And for some reason, Schultz, he doesn't run the option route to the outside. He takes it to the inside. And so now Keenum, he has 6 sacks for Houston. What did I tell you? You've got to give them help. You have to give them help. Right now, you could tell the front 4 for the Houston Texans. Look at what Malik Collins does. You got Skoronski and Duncan. You have a double-team block. If you can't even take 2 of your players, and look at what Grenard does to Jalen Duncan. Duncan has no chance. He just goes to work, brings them upfield, and then cuts up underneath.
Zach Bond, he is going to fly off the football going against Tyree Phillips, gets right underneath him, and he's the one that starts this melee on.
For Jordan Love. Yeah. It's just the aggressive nature of Todd Bowles that's the story, and his just confidence to be able to continue to call those pressure.
Lou Anarumo, he knows how to draw this stuff up as well. Everybody at the line of scrimmage on the left side, those guys get out of it as the offensive line.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's all over the place. You can see him, 91 right here in the middle of your screen. And you see, that's one of those things, and they're so good. And I think Well, he's just going to shoot the gap underneath right here, lined up in the B gap, which is outside the guard, hits inside to the 8.
Well, you got Key and Landry, but then that sets up Danico Autry on the inside, who, if you look at the three players who have consistently showed up, it's those three. Autry has been incredible.
Gloved him. Yeah, you see Isaac get him. Everybody was able to cover and plaster their guys. Nowhere for Tommy DeVito to throw the football.
Being in the neutral zone because he was off at the snap of the ball. Granted, he's right there, but the game that was coming around, that was a TT game.
Yeah, you always got to worry about a guy like this. He's in here. Well, there's nobody to cover in there. Like, I mean, you've got safety over the top. It gives you an opportunity to get into that run blitz situation, and was flying in there, making a play. Just another one of those guys in that rotation.
To have something built in with a hot, or I don't know why the running back went the other way. Was he supposed to be there? And it just, you look out there and you're like, well, they're not going to blitz from that far outside.
Late, and they lose 10 more here. Yeah, and it starts with Grenard inside, and then Malik Collins is going to wrap around. Excellent initial push by Grenard, and he gets Levis to
take a look on the right side, and once you get flashed in the middle, you go backwards. The other guys are coming wide.
From Davis, he's just going to play the role of a bully and run over. I believe that's Skoronski. He's just going to run right over him and get to Will Levis. Levis has zero chance.
It goes back again to passing off the D-line stunts. This time, the defensive line stunt is trying to get passed off, but Justin Pugh, he gets pushed all the way out.
We see this up the middle. Dalvin Tomlinson. Oh, man. On number 64, Davis.
Yeah, and Campbell, I mean, he's going to be stoned on the line of scrimmage right here. But what do? You stop, you readjust, you look for the scramble, and you set yourself up.
If there's one thing that the Giants have struggled with on the offensive line, it's the defensive line stunts. They just don't see the guy that wraps around.
And he's picked up their offensive system pretty quickly. As you see, almost lost the football there. What a play by Drake to hold on.
Yeah, that's just time on task with each other, right? An understanding of sometimes you're pulling that ball and you're going to throw it to the flat.
That is what's so lethal about the Giants. He goes on the edge. It's one-on-one against Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams tried to...
player, and he's going to come on this delayed blitz. You're going to see him just come into the screen late here and be physical. Just big boy it. Go in there, throw the bench press around, use his strength. We saw him on the field before the game.
He's going to say, all right, I've seen that. Forget about it. I got something for you. He goes up against Justin Pugh, and he just goes right by him off the edge.
For Tomlinson this year.
Well, he was going all the way through his progression out to the outside. He had an out, and he had routes chasing it from right to left. He's going to read this like a sprinkler across the lawn, right to left, and he's got to get that ball.
Yeah, one of the things you're going to find when you play this team, look at the amount of guys that are in the box. Why? Because they're not threatened by the quarterback in the passing game right now.
He held the ball way too long. If he's going to make that decision to throw it deep, just let it go. Make the decision early, because the longer you hold it in the pocket against these edge rushers, really any edge rushers, but in this case, Enikbari just kept working around and around and around, and eventually got the strip sack.
Green Bay defense against DeVito.
And you're wondering why this linebacker is one of the best in the league. Demario Davis reads it so beautifully. This is a man coverage.
I mean, these are the things that we talk to Arthur Smith about. Listen, when things aren't there, don't force it down the field. Use your legs. Let him stop right there. Good job by Burns, making him come back inside.
Well, as Andrew Billings, right in the middle, is going to get penetration on their backup center, Nick Harris. Remember, he's playing for Ethan Posick.
Go ahead and watch. The motion comes this way. We're going to try and draw all these guys. But no, sir. Williams.
Where for Baker Mayfield to get rid of this ball, too. He's trying to. He comes back to Rashad White, but he's also covered.
What a play.
Oh, man, look at this. Right on the right side of your screen, and Njoku just gets knocked back into the run. And DeMarcus Walker, number 95, gets that thing. You know, the low man wins. You see how high Njoku's body was on that play.
Take this right here off the edge, and as an offense, you start to say to yourself, okay, you're going to play it that way? We're going to boot out the backside, get our quarterback in the run game.
He's going to be working on Bowles on the left side, and He sees the play fake. Anzalone comes on a blitz. So really not a lot. Jones stayed home. Had he not stayed home, there was 3 blockers. As a quarterback, you don't mind pressure coming off the edges because you can step up in the pocket. But this time there is no ability to step up in the pocket because the pressure comes right up the middle. Watching Pat Surtain, where he was going to line up. Initially, he was lined up.
Third of the night for the Colts. Brings up 3rd and long. These guys didn't even get a chance to get out of their routes. The Steelers' defense is you get them in 3rd and long. Force Gardner Minshew to move and have to hold the football. Well, and it is sack by committee for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got a bunch of guys, 13 guys on this team that have a sack, and you see blue jerseys all over the place. Just a matter of who gets that tick in the sack column, but
it's a 37-yard return.
Well, Russell Wilson just does the play fake. He's trying to run a naked to get to the outside. By a naked, I mean no offensive lineman is coming out to block the edge. You've got to fool them. They didn't fool him at all. Wilson gets hit as he's trying to protect the football and tuck it away. You can see Aaron Glenn fired up with his defense.
But Powell again, 181 yards. It looked like Mullins actually bobbled the ball.
The Bengals did a really good job of just pushing them back. They're able to push Bradbury back on the snap. And Mullins didn't have much space. Long right here, going to be a 3rd and 18. This opens up. This is the Bengals' possession. So now if you force a punt.
5 and 2. It's been pretty tough sledding since then, but he's done everything.
Minnesota.
And with 3rd and long coming up, the Vikings wisely take the timeout. But how about the hit from Hunter?
That is a huge hit from Danielle Hunter right there, a guy that's been unbelievable this year. His name should be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, veteran player, as he starts to rush, you're going to see that he feels it right there and immediately gets off and is looking up for the screen. It's just a great job by a veteran player who's seen a lot of football. His second tackle for a loss.